Yo, what's up, code? Just messing around with this. Trying to familiar myself more with this plugin. So, check this out. There's a bunch of things that like measure velocity, and they're all in this new created function called the character movement, which is what basically this analog plugin hijacks. So yeah, let me save it because I made some changes and undid them. See, I kind of broke it. See, it doesn't go back to idle. Oh, it still doesn't go back to idle. What did I do to do this? Oh, I know. Hey, Corpse Jack. What's up, man? Yeah, I'm only going to be on for like another hour maybe, and then I gotta go. I gotta take my mom to the hospital today. I just was thinking about this morning, and I wanted to get on and try and mess with it a little bit before I go to my teaching job. If game variable value is 55, it's greater than 0, return. What was I doing here? Oh, this was like a variable I made to make it so you can't move. Okay, basically that just breaks it temporarily. Took a nice walk over an hour. That's great. Good for you. You need that. That'll help you with the anxiety for sure. Your job been going okay, man? Game variable. There's a bunch of craziness I've been trying to... Remembered? Job's fine. Yeah. Job doesn't have to be wonderful. As long as they pay you. It would be fine if it was free and if they didn't pay you and it was wonderful. But it's not okay if they don't pay you and it's not wonderful. Character animation. Maybe it's in this one actually. This is where I broke it. What did I do? So this is the old working one. What did I change? Oh, I see. I tried to put in this velocity vector thing. So I was trying to grab velvec length, which is like velocity vector length. But the problem is that it's not a global, so it's not gonna, that won't work. So if I save this now, come back to the game, it'll put the idle back on. Okay, so the way it gets your idle now is it has this thing called idle time. And this one says if the idle time is equal to 5, then do this chart anim. Wow, these glasses combined with these headphones like hurt. They don't combine well. Combine with the hat. It's too many variables. Not in JavaScript, but... So... what this does is it looks at idle time. How is idle time figured out? Let's find that out. I think that's something in the core. Let's get rid of this, just because this code's no good. And really, this is the exact same thing as this, so yeah, I should just get rid of it. This one changes the index whether you're dashing or not. So basically what I need to do is I need to make it based on the speed you're moving will predict whether you're dashing. So when you go faster, then you pop up to a running speed. eventually I want to actually change the step speed based on this formula, but I have to get velocity detection first. And then when I get the velocity detection, it's a pretty easy move from there to do adjustments to your step frame rate, because that's already in this plugin, so I can just go grab it. But detecting, basically I want it to be, if it's like 0 to 6, I want it to be a walking animation, and then if it's like 6 to 1, well, 0 to 0.6, I want it to walk, and then 0.6 to 1, which is like full speed, I want it to be a run, right? And I want it to be that way for the followers too. So that's kind of what we're figuring out. So I can change the anim index here, but I don't know how to grab the velocity here from this other plugin and pull it into. Not done globally, they're only done locally. But I'm not really smart enough to convert the global variable into a local variable. So that's kind of what I got to figure out. Anxiety during work makes it hard to concentrate. That sucks. You don't convert global variables. Okay. I don't know. So I can't make a local variable global? I basically just need, it's like vel vlad vex or something. We can save a local variable into a global variable. Okay, there we go. That's the word. That's the right terminology. So this one right here, if I could get this vel vec length, this one, if I can pull on this globally, how would I get this? I think this is what I need. Did a Code Academy on it. I know, man. I know, but my brain don't work, bro. I know I did the Code Academy on it. That's why I'm mad at myself. Should I do it again? Maybe I should. I think maybe I made a function. I don't remember how to do it. Should I just go do that Code Academy course again? Make a global container the way you showed me in Discord. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll look at that. I just want to see if this vel vec length is what I want it to be. I think it is. Then you can write a variable to it. Oh it is kind of what I want, but it's like on a scale from 1 to 0.1 to 0 or to 0.12, which I guess is fine. Why is it printing 0, 3? Let me look at this. There must be something I'm missing. Velvet length, math this. Oh, because it's two things. It's your DPF and your length, and your real position length. So my DPF has got to be... I wonder what DPF stands for. I think it's like distance per something. Distance per some type of unit. I can just print them separately. It's the one value that is being clamped. And what does that do? What does that do, Kodamar? That doesn't show anything. Oh wait, I put the wrong thing. Vel vector length. This DPF. That should show something, shouldn't it? This DPF. What is math min? That just makes it an integer, right? I forget what math min does. Let me look. It like puts it down to the low, rounds it down to the closest integer. Returns the smallest of 0 or more numbers. Okay. Okay, yeah. It looks at the minimum. So all that's doing is it's comparing the different inputs. Okay. Yeah, so that's why it's like math minimum, because it's looking at multiple inputs, right? So in that way it prioritizes the one with the lowest DPF. Why does this break my touchscreen? How did I break the touchscreen? Fucking shit. Sometimes console logs break my touchscreen. Isn't that wild? See, look, I turned the console log off and now my touchscreen works. It's because of my super good coding. Because I'm a super good programmer. I just keep telling myself that. Everybody says I'm not, but I just don't listen to them and say I am. Console logs aren't supposed to break stuff. It's finding the minimum value between those two values. I can't say what they are because screen changes before I see them. Oh, I know what the math min is. It's just, it's like, I don't know what DPF stands for exactly, but it's just like how hard you're pushing the, actually, why didn't this console log break stuff? I don't understand. Len is undefined. Oh, there's the tilt function? Where's that? Just here. Tilt is not 0. Not a number. Oh, look at this. Oh, dude. That's the one right there. Tilt. That's what I can use. And that's already global. Holy shit. Just to make sure it's global, let's put it, see if we can log it in the other plugin. That's what I need right there. Have to be in an update, something. Just use it in console. What do you mean by that? I'm just gonna put it in console here to see if I can use it. Load, you sucker. Holy cow. Holy cow. I broke it. I broke it again. I broke it. Broke it. Oh yeah, it says this. That's true. Hey, you're right. Look at that. Okay. So I have to convert this value, this tilt value, here. Velocity by input equals function, but it's grabbing analog stick dot tilt. Where is that? It's actually in the other plugin. It's actually here. Update sticks. Isn't player mover a class? Yes. Player mover dot analog stick. So it'd be something like this, like player mover dot analog stick dot tilt. Okay, so I can do a conditional with this guy. That's what we'll do. Well, first I'll console log it to see if I can do it from here. Console log. So then what I can do is if tilt is at 5 or more, or tilt is at 0.6, then I can set the animation to dashing, right? I didn't update this one. Just type in console and game is playing. Damn it, dude. You gotta turn off this YouTube chat, it's annoying. I don't know how to do it though. I'm gonna get sidetracked a bit. I'm gonna try and see if I can turn off YouTube chat. I gotta do that. You can't see it, but it's like doing dumb crap. The bots on the YouTubes they're worse than the bots on the Twitch. You know, I think I might just use the chat widget for Twitch. I'm gonna do that real quick. I'm sorry I'm getting sidetracked, but it's just it's gotta get done, and it bothers me so much. See, it has all this crap on it. See what I did. Okay. Streamlabs. I like this song. Super chance, but okay, cool. We'll just use that for a while. It is instance inside game player mover. Okay. Game player mover analog stick tilt top might work. Okay. Let's try it. Game player not defined. Lowercase g. Save. Hey! Hey, yo! Okay, so now we try to do the thing. Okay, so it's on a scale from 0 to 6, right? Or 0 to 1. So if just copy this and do it my own way. Should I convert it to a local variable? If. Oh. Dude, it works. Holy shit. Walking. Running. Holy fuck, man, that's so sick. Let's make it a little, it feels like I should make the walk a bit more. Like you have to really... I also have to add an additional option to say and. Um, This is awesome, man. Thanks so much, Code, for helping me with this. I would have never found that function. Bro, I'm holy crap, so sick. And then if you hold if you're dashing, you'll always walk. You catch it now? Dude, isn't that so sick? For some reason, she walks into it now, too. Oh, no, maybe she stops. I don't know. I can't tell. You are getting those basic, too. Bro, this looks so cool. I love it. Does it work with the touchscreen? Yeah, baby! Bro, this is so rad. Okay, now the next thing is to get it so that she doesn't slide. I don't really know how to do that. That's a whole nother thing. Yay, I'm sitting here doing some sewing tests. What are sewing tests? Should I know what that is? It actually kind of makes it doing a sewing project like with the needle. That's not some code terminology I don't know, is it? I don't like it when I don't know things. Oh yeah, okay. So it's not like code for some, it's not like a framework or something that I don't know about. Okay, let me look at that code real quick. Wow, with that game mover analog stick tilt, I can do a lot. Like, there's a lot of cool stuff I can do with that. So, the thing is this looks at tilt. For the followers, I'm going to have to actually look at the velocity in which they move, which is like a little bit more deep into it. Because right now I'm just detecting what I'm pushing. And this already actually makes it much better, because when I let go of the stick, there's like a brief period where she walks, so it kind of looks more like she slows down a bit. She still slides, like the back character, which I don't like, but it's better than it was before. I gotta go throw some stuff in the dryer. I'll be right back. Okay, so the next thing I have to make sure I set up correctly is if they're dashing. So I have to add an additional else if. I'll do that right now. So now if you're using the direction pad and you're dashing, then yeah, it'll dash. Just double check that I do that correctly. Okay, yeah, that works. And then if I use analog, yeah, oh no, now it's dashing all the time if I'm on dash. So if players move analog stick and dashing, I can just do this as a separate conditional. Alright, I don't have to include it in with this. That'll work. I'll put it up here. Something like that. that works. But it doesn't work for the analog. Does it show a console log for movement if you're just doing this? It doesn't, right? No, it doesn't. There's no tilt function to look at if you're using your D-pad. So, how do I deal with that? Because if you use your D-pad, it doesn't change the tilt. I think what I'm gonna have to do is if you're dashing, and then if tilt equals less than 8, then make it anim index 1. So I first look at your dashing, right? If game player, then I can put inside of the if you're dashing. And I can, since it's inside of the if you're dashing, I can remove the if you're dashing part. Okay, so this will make it if you're dashing and your analog is, and I actually have to invert it, less than 8, set anim index to 1, which is the walking anim index. Otherwise, it'll be 2, right? And then I can just use this else set anim index to 1. Okay. So basically, if you're going less than 8, this has to be an else as well. And that way, wait, no, but then it'll make it always walk. I don't know, let me just try to put it in. I don't think this is right, actually, though. It works on mobile. Yeah, so the issue here is now when you only have a walking animation for D-pad, which is kind of the issue, right? If dashing and analog stick is greater than 8, so it has to be if it's greater than 8, then you set it to dash, or else it goes to 1. I could do greater than 8 or null, actually. Oh shit. Can have 2. Yeah, that's true. That's not the issue, though. You can actually have 2 else. It's an else within an else. That works. No, this is fine. See? It's inside of another else. Like it's a if statement and an if statement. It's a nested if statement. So you can have an else for the nested if statement and the if statement that's not nested. That's not an issue. Anybody wrong? If it's nested, it's fine. Yeah, here you go. Easier? My bad. Sorry, I come from like a web, like HTML front-end background, so the way I do I'm not really sorry, but... Not really, I shouldn't say sorry if I'm not really sorry, but... the way I indent stuff, this is how I just do it. So, dang, this music's loud. How did it get so rocking in here? I don't indent HTML either. I do indent it. I just have a weird way of doing it. It's not HTML. Even if I do JavaScript on a web page. Like for me, that's why I don't really know how to do JavaScript, because all my JavaScript is like moving stuff. You know what I mean? It's all front end stuff. That's like the JavaScript I knew before doing RPG Maker. And it was funny because I'd walk around telling people I know how to do JavaScript, and now I feel like I was full of shit. I just didn't even realize it at the time. The more I learned, like, because for a website, it would be mostly animation related, right? Like grabbing a library and then like making something move around, or a cool transition. That's what I use JavaScript for. So you'll notice when you watch me code, a lot of that stuff that relates to front end stuff is actually relatively obtainable for me, but a lot of really basic things like grabbing functions. Okay, so I have to check to see if the tilt is null or something, right? So that it doesn't mess up the D-pad or the arrow keys. Yeah, it's not the same as knowing to use it as a whole, or even to use it in a different context. And furthermore, I'd gotten kind of rusty on it too, because really for the last 10, 12 years, there has been no necessity to know JavaScript for like transitions and front-end web development animations. Because now CSS and HTML5 are so much more powerful than they used to be. So you can do most of what you wanted to do, what you used to use JavaScript for, in those contexts. So it became less of a necessity, which is why I don't really like most front-end web dev anymore. It's kind of not as fun as it used to be. Like it used to be more fun when it was like JavaScript, but now that, and then furthermore, like basically for money, what I do is I make people web pages, right? And it's like, nowadays, like it's all just about having tools, you know, like systems and pulling from libraries. And that is a skill in of itself, but it's not as interesting of a process as building something from scratch. Yeehaw Cowboys, yes, Corpse Jack. Yeehaw Cowboys is correct. Okay, so if you're dashing and the analog stick is more than 0. Okay, I think I got it. I'm gonna do if you're dashing and analog is more than 0. Then we're gonna do show anim index to, you shared your screen? What do you mean? What you talking about? Wow, the chat on the screen is thick. Yeah. I changed the chat because I got sick of the YouTube messages popping up. I can still see the YouTube stuff, but we're just gonna pretend I'm not dual streaming going forward, because nobody ever goes on there. It's more just so that I have the VODs on there. But I mean, I'll watch the YouTube chat, but I'm not gonna post. It's not gonna be part of the video anymore, because there's too many people who try to sell porn on there, basically. And I'm not buying. This set anim index is 2. Okay, so What the freaking mouse? What are you doing? What happened there? Okay, so if you're dashing and the tilt is greater than 8, tell them to hit you. Yeah, you got a job now. You can get those premium sites. Okay, so if dashing and game player mover animate stick is more than 8, set anim index to ticks. Else if is dashing set anim index to 2, and then else this should do it. Set anim index to 1. Work, baby, work. Nope, don't work. Okay, where'd I mess up? Check the console logs. Uncaught expected token on 269. 269. Oh. There it is. Okay, now it's always running. Does respond to the is dashing though. So if this analog stick tilt is greater than 8, then you set the anim index to 2. Else, if it's dashing, then you set the anim index to 2. Oh. Okay, so this is gonna work. It has to be... I actually can take this. Wait, no. So the problem with this conditional is that it won't catch unless you're running. So what is with my mouse? It's been misbehaving. Okay, so if this is dashing, so I'm gonna have to do is dashing as the overlying thing. Actually, I can just take this out because it'll say if game player mover is more than 8, then set it to 2. Else if it's dashing, set it to 2. Oh. Oh no, what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to switch it like this and set it to 1. So if it's less than 8, no, it has to be more though. Game player is more than 8, set index to 2. Because it will turn as null. Code, are you there? If I compare these two and one is not a number, and I say this analog stick is greater than 0.8, will not a number count as less than 0.18? I don't know. I'm funny today. I don't know. Let's check what it is. Then we'll... Oh, actually, it's already in there. I just have to look at the console log. Like a real programmer. I don't see any undefineds. I see 0. It just stays 0. I can actually just do this to see if it's there, right? So I can just do if game player mover dot analog tilt is something. You can't compare nothing to something. Yes, you can. You can say something is something more than nothing. And it is. The answer is yes. Doesn't equal undefined. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll check if it's undefined. So if it's not undefined, no, you cannot. I know, I was just tugging more in a general sense. Okay, so if nothing has no type. Okay. You compare type. Yeah. So if analog still is not wait, this means is it defined? I can just do this, right? I don't have to do the equals undefined. It'll be like this says if analog stick dot tilt. This just means it's defined right here. So if it's defined, and if it's defined, how about we do or? Or equals less than 2 or less than if it's undefined or it's undefined or greater than 0.8, set atom index to 2, else if is dashing equals 1, else. So first it checks player analog stick is less than 8. No, I want to see if it's more than 8. I want analog stick, if analog stick is more than 8, 0.8, then set it to 2, which is the running animation. Else, if it's dashing, you set it to 2 as well. And then if it's not both dashing, if it's not either dashing or more than 0.8, then you set it to 1. And then it also, if idle time if equals 0, then it goes to walking. Then it goes to idle. A few changes when I look away. Yeah, no worries. Okay, so uncaught expected token 268. Oh, bad syntax as usual. Okay, so now it's not. If analog stick is greater than 8. Wait, it's always going to be greater than 8. It has to be. No, this won't work, because then if game player analog tilt... Let's try the equal undefined. If game player analog tilt equals undefined or tilt is less, tilt is greater than 8, then we do the run. Otherwise, if it's just set to dashing, then we do the run. I could actually do an or there too for that, but either way, let's see if this works. No. Oh, the walking doesn't even work either. I don't think it goes undefined. I think what we have to do is we have to look at it, and if it's less than 6, then we have to set it to 1. And doesn't equal 0. That works. Okay, so that's the logic. So I can... Oh, fucking... It's not working for the running on directional pad or keyboard. Mother trucker. If is dashing, set animation to 2. If tilt is less than 0.8. But it's always going to be less than 0.8. Okay, because it's... I'm going to have to nest it. That's basically it. Yeah, because logically speaking, there's no way to really look at it as dashing versus not dashing when you're using the D-pad. Because if you're using the tilt... Yeah, so... Do I have to go soon? I do have to go soon. So if you use the tilt... Gosh! Why this so hard? Huh? What gotta be so hard? Because basically, there's no way for it to detect whether or not you're using the gamepad versus the analog stick. I think I'll come back to this tonight, right? So this is going to be something that we work on tonight. because I'm gonna have to figure out a way to determine whether you're using the controller or the analog stick. You know what? I can do if you're between 0, if you're more than 0, if you're less. Here we go. This is it. This is what we got. This is it. And. Because it doesn't matter for 0. 0 will just go to idle. It just has to be more than 0. And. This is kind of hacky, but that's kind of my MO. Hackmaster Game Studios. It's gonna work, bro. Works. Works like a mother trucker. Bro, that's so hacky. Do you see how hacky that is, code? It's a Hackmaster. So basically, if it's 0, it goes to dash. Moving, it detects that you're on idle, so. Bro, this is so sick. It feels so good. Look at that. It's beautiful. Okay, I got 5 people. I might as well raid somebody. Let's see who's online. Team Vash. Imaru. Mobus. I haven't raided Mobus in a while. He's been working on some. So let's raid Mobus games. Mobus Games is currently working on some assets for a game that he was commissioned to do. He's basically a 3D artist. I enjoy his channel. I lurk in there a lot. One of my main channels during this time of day while I'm working on stuff. So there was a quick stream. Just wanted to get on real quick and try and mess with this, and I figured everything out. And, well, me and Code did. He helped me quite a bit. Connect some of the dots. The next thing I'll be working on is trying to get the velocity settings correct for the side characters. I might not even worry about that because actually this kind of semi-corrects that a bit. It makes it so... It used to be when they stopped, they would like slide. And now I'm like, they kind of slow down and walk now just by the nature of the way analog works. So it looks a little better and it's not as much of a pressing issue in my head now. So I guess what we'll be doing tonight is mostly just testing and doing like playthrough stuff. Because I got to make sure everything connects and the game doesn't blow up. I probably will push another update live. There's a couple more mobile things that I got to clean up. So that's another thing. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Yo, Maui. What's going on, man? What's Jack Menace? You're on, huh? How did you go live? Go more. What's up? How you doing? You're doing a random raid. Fair enough. Do a random stream. Also fair enough. Alright. I think that one does this. 6, template, X. Alright, and okay. Go ahead and save immediately. Save as. Extra set 2. Raw. Save. Analog gamepad and touchscreen movement, my game type. Fuck yes, dude. Hell yeah. Always good shit. Texture settings, bake, kill the ambient.